Now I'm going to say this. Do I think this film tops up from Past Lives? Absolutely not. I do think Materialists is a little bit of a step down from Past Lives. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinkat, and today I'm going to review the latest rom-com / drama film, and that film is Materialists. This movie is the latest A24 film that's directed by Celine, who directed Past Lives, and this movie stars Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal. A young New York City matchmaker, played by Dakota Johnson, finds herself torn between the perfect match and her imperfect ex. So we got a new romantic drama film that is directed by Celine. Now, if you don't know who Celine is, she directed Past Lives. They came out a couple of years ago, which I loved. I remember walking out of that film very, very speechless. It's one of the most beautiful and emotional romance films that I have ever seen. So when I heard that Celine is doing another romantic drama film, I was interested. In a way, the trailers of this movie market this movie as a rom-com in some sort of a way. And I do love the cast. I think Dakota Johnson, despite from 50 Shades and Man of Web, she is a great actress, and I also love Chris Evans, and of course Pedro Pascal. He is everywhere, man. But from the trailers of this film, this movie looks like it could be a really interesting rom-com movie that's well directed, and I can't wait to see what Celine does next within this film. Now I'm going to say this. Do I think this film tops up from Past Lives? Absolutely not. I do think Materialists is a little bit of a step down from Past Lives, but I still think it's a pretty decent romantic drama film. And that is all thanks to the three main leads in the film. I would say Dakota Johnson in this film, one of her better performances. She is great in this film as this matchmaker in the film that is torn upon this love triangle in this film. She's one of those characters that you definitely feel for the most in this film. And I thought her performance in this film is really good in the film. But of course, to me, the standout of this film is Chris Evans. It shows that Chris Evans is not just, Captain America. He's also a great actor in general, and he proves it in this film. He is great in this film. He definitely has a lot of spotlight in this film due to his acting performance in the film, and he is fantastic in the film. And I thought his chemistry with Dakota Johnson in the film is really well done in the film. It felt very natural in a way and realistic. I think the chemistry absolutely works, but I would say Chris Evans, this is definitely one of his better performances that I have seen him in. Pedro Pascal, he's good in the film. I don't think he has a big role in this film, but for what he is given, he does a very good job in the film. And he also has a really good chemistry with Dakota Johnson. I would say all three of them have a good chemistry with one another in the film, especially with the two male leads with Dakota Johnson. They did a really good job in the film. Definitely the first half of this film felt like, yes, this felt like a romantic drama film with a bit of dry humor into it. And I was enjoying it. I wasn't like mind blown or anything. I was one of those people that's thinking, okay, it's a very sweet, romantic dark comedy film in some sort of a way. Like, the trailers of the film definitely mismarketed itself. Absolutely. Because the trailers of the film made this movie look like a rom-com. This is not a rom-com at all, guys. If you're going to this movie expecting a rom-com, you're not going to get that. Yes, it has a bit of dry humor within it, but it's definitely a romantic drama film. And the first half of the film, it's definitely that. But then the second half comes in, and there is a plotline, which I'm not going to spoil, that Dakota Johnson goes for in the film, which completely, in my opinion, changes the film in a good way. And I'm not going to lie, I actually enjoyed the second half of this film more than the first act. I thought the first act of the film was a pretty simple romantic drama film that I can just watch it and be like, yeah, it's sort of one and done for me, but it's still very enjoyable. There's nothing harmless about it. But then the second half comes in with a plotline that is surprisingly took a big turn throughout the film. And I was enjoying this film throughout the second act a bit more in the first act because of this plotline. It turns the film completely around and adds a lot of great emotional depth to the film. You can tell that Celine is trying to do something a little bit different with this film, which I really do appreciate. I think the emotions is really well done from the second act that I was mostly invested in throughout the second act of the film. But is this a film that I would say it blew my mind or anything, or it's like one of the most Oscar-worthy films of the year? No, I feel like this film is a very simple romantic drama film that has a lot of unique things to the table. But I wouldn't say it's nothing that, say, I would remember from this film. This is a bit of a step down through Past Lives. I'm not disappointed by this film. I do wish this film could have been a little bit better, But for what it was, it's a very simple romantic drama film that has a pretty unique story throughout it, and I would say the three leads of the film really do a great job in the film. I would say the second act is where the film kind of picks up for me and makes me enjoy the film more because of the tone that the plot is going with. So overall guys, Materialists is nothing that blew me away or anything. It's definitely a bit of a step down from past lives, like I said, but it's still a pretty decent romantic drama film that, you know, definitely should see with a couple, absolutely. I think Dakota Johnson does a great job in the film. Chris Evans really does stole this movie. He is great in the film. Pedro Pascal also does a great job in the film. The chemistry with one another is really well done. It's a love triangle that I wouldn't say it's annoying at all in this film. The first act turns into a pretty simple romantic drama film that I can just enjoy for what it was, but the second act is when I said, okay, this film is actually pretty decent and I really do enjoy where the film is going. It's definitely got its emotional beats, it definitely has a bit of dark humor within it, there are some sweet moments, it's definitely a really simple, fine, romantic drama film. But I do wish this film could have been just a little bit better because it's from Celine's song and I was expecting this to be on the same level as Past Lives. It definitely isn't, but I still enjoyed this film for what it was, so I would say for Materialists, I would say see this film at a matinee price. So guys, that is my review for Materialists. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. And what is your favourite romance film of all time? Let me know that also in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.